Guys, we are so back, bro. We just had some peak drop today. We've got Sukuna, Fuga Sukuna revealed, bro. Yellow Fuga Sukuna, and he looks insane. So I'm gonna be helping y'all out with the question of who should you summon for, because there's gonna be a choice between green Toto, red Yuji, and Fuga Sukuna here. And if you're free to play, or if you're a light spender, even if you're a big spender and you can guarantee one of these units, you're gonna want to know which one of these units are going to be the best bang for your buck. And this is what this video is going to be all about. I'm going to be going over their kits, their positives, and I'm going to be going over these units glaring issues, to say the least. And that will be the video, so I hope you guys enjoy. Please like, subscribe if you like this type of content, bro. But let's go. All right, so I'm going to be starting off with green Toto here, because I feel like he's the standard pick. Okay, so with green Toto, he is a very good buffer. He's revolved basically around having a best friend that can black flash, that can black flash. So you're basically running him with green Yuji at all times. So immediately, if you don't have green Yuji, this is not the unit you need. But with this unit, he has a basic skill 1. He has this best friend status. His whole kit revolves around this best friend status here. With this best friend status, once he gives it to his best friend, it has to be somebody in front of him, mind you, not somebody behind him, somebody in front of him. So I'm just telling y'all that right now. He can give taijutsu stat to them if they land a black flash. He can increase him and his best friend's black flash rate. That is that's infinite. Like they can't take that off, so you're gonna have that up once you hit your first black flash. That's really cool. He has a ton of follow-ups, so if your best friend does a black flash, he will have a black flash follow-up that looks insane, bro. It looks beautiful. And he also has a counter with his best friend. It's 1 time per turn. So he can do that counter, and it's really good. He can also do a follow-up if they perform a critical hit. He's basically revolves around black flashing and sometimes critical hits, but never mind that. He's pretty good. He gives a lot of good taijutsu stats and stuff like that. His ultimate has a guaranteed black flash. His skill 3 is pretty good. It does some pretty good damage, actually. It can also increase his own crit rate and stuff like that, so that's also really good. When he does do his ultimate, all his skills will change into a climax state. So all of them will be buffed. They will do more damage, more just stuff like that. So he is a very good unit if you want to look at him. With this unit, I would say there isn't really that many there's not really many negatives about this unit. Like, he's just a unit that you probably should get. He's not like the craziest unit that we're getting, but he is a unit that you probably should get. If you have any type of black flash character, then you're gonna want him. The only downside to him, I guess, would be like running him off color on hard sweep, because hard sweep does target those off color people nowadays. But even with that, he's still gonna be good. But as long as you have him and the SP buffed green Yuji, you should be fine. That is a duo that can probably clear a lot of green content as long as it's taijutsu. So that is very good. Green Toto is a very good, safe pick. I would say he's a very safe pick. Like, how I'm going to do it is probably you want to pick one of these units and then try to get green Toto as well. He's extremely safe as a pick. But now we're going to be moving on to red Yuji. He has a lot more stuff in his kit, bro. He is the #1 DPS as of right now. That might change with Fuga Sukuna coming out, bro. But with him, he has a nimble state. This nimble state allows him to dodge, which gives him cursed energy and taijutsu stat. And he can have just better survivability for the entire team. And he doesn't consume as much CE in this nimble state. But with this nimble state is that you want to be building up his CE enhancement type thing, so that his ult can do more damage, because the more cursed energy you use, the more damage this ult is going to get. So that's where his second state, I don't know what to call it actually, his assault state, I forgot what it's called, dude. But yeah, his ferocious style. His ferocious style allows him to basically It does take more cursed energy, but he does so much more damage with it. His skill 2, nobody really uses that, but his skill 3 is a thing that does, you're hoping to get the black flash with it. It has a higher black flash rate, but it's only one hit, so you have to be mindful of that. But if you want to get that ult damage up to 21, at a maximum of 2100%, which is the highest in the game, you're going to need to spam. You're going to need to spam out this skill 3 to get that cursed energy enhancement, which is also really interesting. A really interesting thing about him, he's a pretty fun unit. This is a unit I'm probably just gonna try and guarantee because I just love him and his design and all that good stuff. But negatives with this unit, his color is a negative. We didn't really need a red taijutsu unit. For me personally, I'm gonna get him because I don't really like Toji or Nimble red Yuji, and I don't have the maxed, and I don't have red Gojo, so I'm gonna need a powerful red unit. But other than that, like, his color really hinders him because there are already good red taijutsu units, so that is a reason why you shouldn't be summoning on him personally, dude. Because if this is your favorite character, go ahead, but if you already have Nimble Yuji and red Toji, then you really don't need this unit at all, honestly, which is really bad. I don't like how they did the colors with these units. But finally, the unit that y'all are probably been waiting for the entire time is, of course, Fuga Sukuna. So they made him yellow. Everybody was like extremely confused that they made this man yellow. It's very interesting choice, bro. But with Fuga Sukuna, he has like probably the best art in the game, the best looking ultimate in the game, all that good stuff, bro. He looks insane. All right, shout out to the Discord for his kit. I'm going to be linking it in this video. But with him, he is yellow. His skill 1 is a basic skill 1. His skill 2 is called Dismantle, and it changes based off of the enemy. So if there are multiple enemies, then it will be an AoE. And if there's not multiple enemies, if it's just one enemy, it will change to something different. So with the AoE attack, it does jujutsu damage. It inflicts dots, which is continuous damage. And it stacks, it increases additional damage by 20%. And interestingly enough, it increases all enemies damage by, I don't know, we don't know how much, but it does increase all the enemies damage, and that is for 3 turns. That is very interesting. I'll come back to that in a second. His skill 2, when it's just one enemy, I'm pretty sure it's going to do more damage. And it also does the dots. It also increases that enemy's damage received by some type of amount. And then now his skill 3, I think it's called Cleave. Maybe the translation's wrong. It has a 45 CE. It takes 45 CE. That's a lot of CE, but when he does do critical hits, he will be gaining 15. It's either 10 or 15 CE back. So he should be fine in that department as long as you hit your crits. So you're gonna have to look out for that. But with this is probably gonna do a chunk of damage, probably like 600%, 700%, maybe even 900%. I don't know. It also increases. Well, does it? No, I read that wrong. But it also inflicts dots on the enemy as well, which is also really interesting. These do stack up, so each additional is gonna get you 20% more. And now his ultimate, it's a pretty big ultimate. It deals more ranged jujutsu damage, and it has a guaranteed critical hit, so you will be getting that. That is really good. And you can't use this skill when until Sukuna has used Dismantle and Cleave. I'm assuming it means the skill 2 and the skill 3, you must use both of them in order to use the ult, and it can't perform a co-op ultimate. That's probably gonna hurt him a little bit, but I don't know, dude. Loki makes sense. I like how they designed his unit. Now, he's gonna probably, when he drops, he's most likely gonna be the #1 DPS. I would be surprised if he's not, because this is Sukuna. But the problem with him is he is yellow. This is a problem that everybody's been having with this unit, that he is yellow. And for this, I don't know, because I feel like what they were thinking when they made this man yellow is that blue already has their Jutsu DPS in Blue Yuta. And then yellow only has Gojo, but Gojo is pretty old. And then green is fine because they have Honor 1 Gojo, have Choso. So blue and green are fine. And the only colors they could have picked here are red and yellow. But with red, I'm pretty sure the devs were thinking, Jogo's a really good unit and he's Jujutsu. Like, I guess they forgot that they skipped him on global, so we still don't have anybody new. But Red Jogo is a ranged Jujutsu damage DPS. So I feel like that's the reason why they decided to drop Fuga Sukuna here and make him yellow. I feel like that's the only reason why they would have done this, unless it's just straight incompetence. But other than that, bro, I'm extremely excited for him. Please tell me how y'all are excited for him. As to who to summon for, I would say Toto number 1, Sukuna number 2, Yuji number 3. But it also depends on what your box is looking like. If you don't have yellow Gojo, Fuga Sukuna is number 1. If you don't have Toji or Nimble Yuji is probably number 1 or 2, and then Green Toto is your safe bet, your safe pick. That is what it's looking like for me, and that's probably what it's going to be looking like for y'all. So if y'all like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'm excited for what's coming up in this new phase, bro. This anniversary, it's looking pretty good. I don't know how it's going to rank compared to first anniversary, but that's going to be it. Peace.